Hey guys, this is Elliott for AE Fitness, and today we're going to talk about 7 ways to save on your calories when eating out. Stay tuned for more. Now that we're heading into the summer months, this is a time of year where people are going to be more active. You're going to be doing more outdoor activities, but at that same time, there's a risk for you being exposed to eating out, and that can happen in the form of family gatherings, just being on vacation, away from your normal meals and routine. So I wanted to take some time today to share with you in this video 7 ways to save on your calories when eating out. So taking this into account, there's another concept I like to share with you, which is called maintenance. And maintenance is how many calories can you eat in one day without gaining weight. And that's an actual number that I derive from my clients through my nutrition software program. So when we take this into account, when you're out on vacation or at a family gathering, or you're just visiting a restaurant, you want to make sure that you can enjoy those foods that may not traditionally be on your meal plan. However, you want to stay at or below the maintenance number to avoid getting into trouble or storing unnecessary fat. So let's get into it. The first one is going to be skipping bread. Skipping bread is going to eliminate one carbohydrate source. You can have another carbohydrate source during the meal, but you skip that first one, it's going to help you save some calories. Alternatively, you could switch to a protein-based appetizer. I'd much prefer you have 2 protein sources rather than 2 carbohydrate sources. That way your chances of storing fat will be reduced. Number 2 is if you're going to order a salad, you can have the waiter or ask the person to put the salad dressing on the side. That way whenever it comes to you, you can dip your fork into the dressing and then take a bite per meal. So as you do that, you're just going to greatly reduce your calorie content, and you can actually control how much calories you're going to consume, as fat is one of the more denser sources. And number 3 is switching from soda to water or to a lower calorie beverage of your choice. A lot of sodas are very high in sugar, which has a greater chance of taking in unnecessary calories. And we've seen from time to time that liquid calories are much easier to consume because you don't think about it. But just because you can down soda without thinking about it doesn't mean that that's not going to be stored as fat. Number 4 on 7 ways to save calories on your food when eating out would be switching to a leaner protein portion. And what I mean by this, with a leaner protein portion, that's going to be a protein source that's not going to contain as much fat. For example, red meat is known to have a higher fat content as opposed to a chicken or a fish. So you could switch from a beef that you may traditionally have to a chicken or fish to save on calories. And if the opportunity is there, we can up the ante and go with a grilled version of that meat as opposed to a fried. Fried, they're going to have breaded, everything's going to be breaded on the meat, and then there's going to be oil that's going to be cooked in. So we can shed even more calories by going with a grilled fish and a grilled chicken. Grilled salmon is preferred as well. You just want to make sure that you're adhering to that serving size. Number 5 is going to be selecting a plant-based carbohydrate versus a grain-based carbohydrate. When you have a plant-based carbohydrate, an example would be sweet potato or white potato. This is something that's coming directly from the ground. It's not grain-based, it's higher in nutrients, and it's also not cooked in water. When you have grain-based carbohydrates such as bread or rice, those are going to be items that can actually swell the body, which can actually make you retain more carbs and then store more fat unnecessarily. That also can bloat some people too. So with grain-based would be the one you want to avoid, and look for a plant-based carbohydrate on the menu. Number 6 would be to skip cheese or avoid cheese. So cheese, it's great, it's tasteful, it's delightful, but if you know that you may not have been your best that day and you are coming close to your maintenance numbers, this is an easy way to save some extra calories, because cheese, it does have some protein, but it also contains a lot more fat. So So for example, if you're at a Mexican restaurant, you could do a little bit of the chips, maybe with a little bit of salsa, but you want to skip that queso dip. And then same concept, you wouldn't want to get any ingredients that have cheese added into them at a restaurant. And lastly, number 7, and you want to box half of whatever entree is served to you. So the best way to do that is upon immediately ordering it, ask for the to-go box, and then when the order comes out to you, you would take that meal and divide it in half. Now, restaurants do a great job going above and beyond in customer service and value. However, that value doesn't necessarily equal your suggested serving size. And what we've seen is most restaurants are going to serve sometimes double or triple what you could actually consume. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the meal, that just means you shouldn't have everything that they're giving to you at that one time. So save it for later and stay below maintenance. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to the AE Fitness YouTube channel. And we'd like to hear from you. Let us know what type of content you'd like to hear. This video was actually created by a subscriber of mine that reached out that had some questions about what to do whenever they were eating their meals away from home. So I took some time out to sit down and put this video together for you. But again, if you found this content helpful, feel free to leave a comment below. And as always, be sure to immerse yourself in the process, take action, and enjoy the journey.